what is going on, guys? It is Glake back once again this weekend with another core reacts for you guys. Doing this one a bit late. I think I'm gonna have enough time to squeeze in a second one for this weekend as well. Normally I try to get out 3 when it's a juicy week, and trust me, this has been a juicy week. A lot of singles dropping that I really would like to do reactions to, but I'm running late on my upload, so probably only gonna get around to 2 this weekend, and the first of which is going to be the one I am doing today. Time the VALUATOR. They are back. This is their comeback. It is a huge deal for me because I talk about these guys all the time. They are like probably one of the main bands that I fell in love with back in 2018, 2017. 2017, honestly, is when I first heard them, back when I was sort of getting into the metalcore genre again. These are one of the first new bands that I ever came across. And yeah, I instantly fell in love with them. Their album, How Fragile, I believe is the title, which dropped in 2018, was definitely my 2018 album of the year. And I know you're probably thinking, Glake, what about Era? I thought Era is your favorite band of all time. They dropped Neon in 2018. Yes, this is true. However, I did not find out about Era until I want to say mid-ish October of 2018. I think it was around that time. I think it was maybe early October. And by then, I believe How Fragile had already dropped, so it pretty much already secured myself as album of the year. And I was just discovering Era, and I was actually holding off on listening to their newer material, which is Neon at the time. I was holding off on listening to their newer material until I could like go through all their older stuff and listen to that stuff first. So yeah, I guess if I did discover Era a little bit earlier, they probably would have taken my 2018 album of the year. But since I came across these guys first, How Fragile definitely stole the cake. And even so, like, I think this record, it's a really close tie between Neon and these guys' first debut LP, because they're both just so freaking good. They're both just amazing records. But anyway, so long history with these guys. Honestly, they have gone through, I think they are now on their third lead singer since the band really started out. I don't remember the last few people's names. I don't even know the new guy's name. But the last guy, so he stuck around. He was on the first LP. Then he left shortly after the release of that LP. And then we got a new guy who came around in 2019, I think. They dropped one single in 2019 along with a cover, I believe, that they did a video for too. It was a really good single. I don't remember the name of it. I only remember the chorus, I'm Alive, and stuff like that. But then he dipped. I think he left sometime in, I want to say either they made the announcement. It had to have been like early 2021, I think. But I think they said something to the effect of they had a new singer lined up already, and they were working on a new album. That's all I really remember, just Instagram stuff. And finally, I guess this is the culmination of all that. Perhaps, possibly the first single here that we're going to be listening to today, the first single here that is coming from their brand new album. I pray it would be amazing for these guys to just drop an album this year that would blow my freaking mind. I would never have guessed this, but wow, it's crazy. This is Blackwater, so we're going to be giving this a listen to, seeing how this holds up compared to, the previous single that released, just seeing how this new singer is in general. I've checked out the comments on Facebook. I hear nothing but good things, so I'm really excited to jump into this. So we're going to listen to this today. Here we go. Let's waste no more time. Time the VALUATOR, Blackwater. I'll make sure this is extra loud. All right, here we go. Oh, not quite. Who is this man? Oh, yes. This guy can sing. I'm lost for words right now. I have so many thoughts to say about this. This is crazy. Oh, he's got the screams too. Chilling, but such a fun chorus. The keys, man. Such a good touch. Okay, this is a very interesting touch. Is this the outro? Okay, yeah. Vibrant. That was the name of their previous single. Wow. Wow. Oh man, I don't know how these guys are able to make like a hit every single time, no matter who's doing the vocals. But every single time they knock it out of the park. It's absolutely insane. So the first major thing I wanted to touch on about this, my first thought immediately is that I really do feel like, is his name in the comments somewhere? I don't know, because I would like to address him by his name, but here we go. Danielle. Okay, so this is the new guy. So Danielle, I feel like he does more of, I don't know if he's intentionally doing it, or maybe this is just like, I don't know, maybe this is just coincidence, but he does sound very, very, very similar at a lot of points in the track to the previous vocalist, the first one. He sounds very similar to the original vocalist, in his cleans at least. I can't quite remember if the first vocalist, he did not scream all that much. I don't think there were that many tracks with screams on them. And then I remember the single Vibrant that they released in 2019. I know that did have a couple screaming parts. But as far as cleans go, he does actually sound very similar to the original vocalist, whereas the second guy did not really sound like, he sounded completely different. So this definitely caught me off guard. This track honestly feels like it could be a B-side, or even like a single to like a direct follow-up from their original LP. Like if it's been a couple years since I listened to TTV, say I hadn't been in touch with them at all, hadn't listened to any of their stuff since the original LP dropped, didn't know what was going on, this single just dropped and I listened to it just now, I would assume that it's the same guy. I would almost assume it's the same guy. And I know bands probably don't want to hear that. I mean, everybody has puts their own flair, puts their own taste on the stuff, but I definitely feel like he's sort of channeling a little bit that original vocalist, which is actually kind of crazy. I do like that quite a bit. It really feels like this track really does feel like it's a proper sequel sort of to the stuff that was on How Fleeting, How Fragile. So I really love that a lot. The keys, very good touch with the piano keys. I love that. The synths, the piano keys. Very, very good. And just the overall vibe of the track really felt like something. It really felt like something out of the first LP. I honestly think that Vibrant was probably the most. I want to say it's the most unique sounding track out of everything these guys put out. It sounds the most different from this and from everything on the first album. So, I mean, if this means they're going back to sort of their first sound, I guess I'm all for it. But again, like I said, they haven't dropped a single thing that I don't like. Even the cover that they dropped a couple years back was good. So yeah, I'm really excited for these guys. I really hope this Daniel dude, I hope he sticks around because he sounds absolutely amazing. Chilling vocals. He even sounds like he could hit better ranges than the original guy, to be very honest. So I'm really hoping that that it's true that they have an album in the works. I hope that it doesn't. I hope that we won't, get absence from these guys for like another 2 years. Hopefully they are here to stay now with Blackwater and whatever is to come following. I'm really hoping that we can get more from them this year because, dude, TTV has always been like one of my favorite bands. Like they are like in my top 3. I would have to say top 3, Loathe, Era, TTV. But it's just been so long that we've gotten stuff from them that it's very hard to keep them up there because they're not releasing new material constantly as much as everybody else. But if they're here to stay now, the game is about to change. The game is about to change if these guys are here. Definitely, if you haven't heard TTV before, if you haven't listened to their first record, you're doing yourself a disservice. Please give this thing a listen. It is an absolute masterpiece. I like it. I have no words to describe it. It's just such a good freaking record. It's amazing. It's amazing. It hits all the strings. It hits all the keys. It's absolutely incredible. But anyway, that's pretty much all my thoughts on this Time the Valuator Blackwater single. Really looking forward to more from these guys. If you guys enjoyed this reaction, make sure you drop a like on the video, comment below if you have anything to say about the track. We'd love to hear what you guys think about it. And most importantly, make sure you guys hit that sub button, hit that bell so you can stay up to date on all the latest uploads and core reacts dropping here on the channel. Don't want you guys to miss out on any of that. But that's going to do it for this one. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your energy. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace. My poetry's never failed, never failed.